Václav Havel, playwright, dissident, statesman, believed that living in truth was the most powerful act of resistance.
The world first knew him as one of Eastern Europe's most powerful writers. He was in the vanguard of the wave that swept his country into the post-communist era.
Jedním jaksi fenomenem, kterému je třeba trvale čelit, jsou tyto diktátorské režimy a jejich způsob chování.
Havel's emphasis on living in truth, non-violent resistance, and creative dissent became core principles of the Human Rights Foundation strategy and approach. With the participation of his widow, Dagmar Havlova, HRF created the Václav Havel International Prize for Creative Dissent, celebrating those who wield art as a power for freedom.
أول مرة الشعب السوري اليوم بيقدر بيحكي بحرية. الفن كان وما زال لغة حريتنا.
This award is hope to those voices that are out there that no one is speaking for them.
I urge all artists to deploy their creative talents by protesting tyrants, not serving them. For art is not a band-aid, but a scalpel.
This year, HRF honors Gao Zhen, Chinese contemporary artist and prisoner of conscience, and Tsai, Burmese dissident artist and curator. Gao Zhen is one half of the internationally celebrated Gao Brothers, whose works challenge censorship, propaganda, and the Chinese government's grip on history and public memory. In 2024, Gao was arrested at his studio with over 100 works seized. Yet even from prison, he creates. Tsai is a Burmese artist and pro-democracy activist driven into exile following the 2021 military coup. Through photography, installation, and public exhibitions, Tsai documents the human cost of dictatorship and the growing reach of the CCP's transnational repression, which he witnessed firsthand when the Chinese government pressured Thai authorities to censor his exhibition in Bangkok.
No podium. Hi. I'm going to read this, but I said, ask them to bring a podium out here. Okay. It just makes it easier for me. Okay, thank you. I just want you to know this is a great honor for me to be here. And with so many really committed people. You know, I come and I go, I travel around, I do a lot of things, but a lot of you in this audience, this is what you do. You fight every day. And sometimes it's a really lonely fight. Love saying I see you there. This is a moment where we're all together, not so lonely right now. And I think it's important for us to remember it. We're not alone. You go back to your offices, you go back to your small groups, and a lot of them here, Ma human rights groups that are fighting a very difficult fight. You're not alone. Not alone, ever. The Václav Havel International Prize for Creative Dissent is an award for artistic innovation. It celebrates those who, with bravery and genuine commitment, unmask the lie of dictatorship by living in truth. For Václav Havel, living in truth meant an unwavering commitment to living according to one's belief in democracy and civil liberty. From Burma to China, this year's laureates remind us that creative dissent transcends international borders. Our friend Tsai, who we just met a few minutes ago, Tsai fled Burma, Myanmar, following the 2021 military coup, during which his father, former Minister Sai Lin Tuto, was captured and he was tortured by the regime. While advocating for the release of his father and other prisoners of conscience, Tsai began using art to draw more global attention to what's happening on the ground in Burma. An active member of the pro-democracy protest movement, Tsai has gained international recognition for his work, including the presentation at the Venice Biennale in 2022. Through photography, installation, and public exhibitions, his work documents exile, censorship, and the human costs of authoritarian violence. In late July 2025, Tsai and his wife, she uses a pseudonym now for security reasons, his wife Kay, co-curated Constellation of Complicity, visualizing the global machinery of authoritarian solidarity, unquote, at the Bangkok Arts and Cultural Center, Thailand's premier contemporary art venue. But within weeks of the opening of this show, the Chinese government convinced the Thai government to censor parts of the exhibit, including references to Tibet, Hong Kong, and Uyghurs, already living in exile from Burma for their safety. Tsai sees what happened they had to flee, by the way. So Tsai sees what happened in Bangkok as one of the clearest examples of transnational censorship and transnational violence. Later, I'm going to be talking about a new law in China, which codifies in Chinese law their ability to reach out into foreign nations and grab not only Chinese nationals, but anyone, US citizens, Italian citizens, Swiss citizens, Norway citizens, who speak out against the dictatorship in China. I mean, extraordinary. That law goes into effect July 1st, by the way. Meanwhile, Tsai and Kay continue their work through the Myanmar Peace Museum, an initiative they co-founded to amplify the struggles of Burmese communities and preserve the memory of atrocities, very important, the memory of atrocities and cycles of violence for future generations. Please welcome now our friend, my friend, Tsai. Absolutely. Yes.
My father is currently sitting in solitary confinement in Burma, so this is my father's prison uniform. I don't know whether he's alive or even he will hear this message, but I'm proudly accepting these awards in his honor and behalf of all political prisoners around the world. Dad, they abducted you, torture you, and imprison your body for over 5 years. They push us into exile. They destroy our home with an airstrikes. I'm so sorry to tell you that grandmother has passed away. And I'm sorry the prison will keep you from saying goodbye. They have forced us to mourn apart. And they took you. After that, I risked my life to leave Myanmar so I could tell our story. The story of a country being buried alive by China and Russia. When I escaped, I found people like you everywhere, like Jimmy Lai from Hong Kong, like Nargis Mohammadi in Iran, or Gao Zhen from China. Different prisons, same oppression. Authoritarianism is a network, so must the resistance. Dad, I stand here because many people carry me here. My wife, Kay. Yes, Dad, I married Kay. We built the Myanmar Peace Museum to collect evidence and art. And I stand here because of people who hit me, smuggled informations, documented crimes, and on behalf of those who can no longer speak. And this award belongs to them too. I accept this award along with Gao Brothers with deep respect. And art travels where power cannot fully follow. And Dad, I hold on this hope that I will see you again. But until then, I want you to know this. They may have burned our home, they may have burned our books, but they have failed to silence me. Fire does more than destroy. Fire carries light, and light travels farther than fear. Thank you, HRF and Richard. I'm eternally grateful.
Well done. Thank you. Take, Sai.
We're supposed to put it back.
Okay, you want to put it back here? Okay. I messed up. I don't know the rules here. Okay, now we're going to honor a very special person, Gao Zhen, whose art bears witness to what authoritarian systems fear most: memory, solidarity, courage to question power. Gao Zhen and his brother, Gao Zhen, internationally known as the Gao Brothers, are celebrated for their bold works of critiquing authoritarianism, censorship, and the Chinese government's manipulation of history. The manipulation of history. It's manipulation of the truth, of memory. Please think of Tibet especially when we think about that. Manipulation of history. The bad guys don't own history, they want to. On August 26, 2024, Gao was arrested at his studio in Hubei province. His studio was raided by approximately 30 police officers, and more than 100 artworks were taken away. The Chinese government claims that their works defame, unquote, national heroes. Their satirical pieces critically question how the Chinese government elevates rulers into idealized symbols, curates a mythologized history, and erases dissenting interpretations. Gao is charged under the vague law of, quote, slandering heroes and martyrs. The law was enacted in 2018, about 10 years after these cited works were created by the Gao brothers. Gao Zhen, his health continues to deteriorate while he is in detention after prolonged time in solitary confinement now. But even in prison, Gao continues to make art with what is available to him. Meanwhile, Gao's family suffers collective punishment, although Gao and his wife, Yaliang Zhao, are lawful permanent residents of the United States, and his son is in fact a US citizen. She and their son have been barred from leaving China to return home since his arrest. They now live under constant state surveillance. In April 2026, Human Rights Foundation submitted a petition to United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention on his behalf. No one should be detained for artistic expression. Unfortunately, Gao Zhen's wife is unable to join us now because she is not allowed to travel. I'm going to share now some words that she sent from her to us. She writes, "Good morning, distinguished guests, the Human Rights Foundation, and members of the Havel Prize Committee. Today it is with a heavy heart, but also deep honor, that we entrust friends to accept this award on our behalf. Václav Havel once called upon us to live within the truth, searching for historical truths, continuously creating new art, and persistently speaking honestly is also Mr. Gao Zhen's creed. However, at this moment, he sits behind bars for over 600 days for his art and dedication to depicting reality. As his family, we are also banned from leaving China and unable to travel to this free country. We deeply regret not being present to express our gratitude to each and every one of you. Our son is about to turn 8 years old. In the days separated from his father, he always devoutly prays, "Almighty God, please quickly bring my dad home. I want to go back to school in New York." This prize is not only a validation of Gao Zhen's artistic accomplishments, but also an encouragement for those who continue to think independently and use their artistry and words to express their freedom, even under cruel and harsh repression. This award affirms that even while the body can be held captive, thinking freely and having courage cannot be confined by prison walls. I hope everyone can embrace their freedom. I thank the Human Rights Foundation, the Oslo Freedom Forum, and the Havel Prize Committee, and all friends who continue to pay attention to Gao Zhen's situation. Because of you all, we are able to bravely confront injustice and patiently wait for Gao Zhen's return. May he have time to be with his son and return home to New York. A small spark can ignite a great fire. As long as the truth is not extinguished, art is the eternal life. Together, these artists show us that dissent is in fact deeply human. I think we all have that spark, whether we call it that or not. I think just the breath of life in us is artful, it's creative. Through courage, memory, and creative expression, this light in us refuses the silence. We have to honor that. As Václav Havel once wrote, if the main pillar of the system is living a lie, then it is not surprising that the fundamental threat is living the truth.
Hi. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, there's been a slight change in the programming. So the awards committee for the Havel Prize, we usually do 2 laureates, maybe more laureates, and this year we decided to add a 3rd laureate, and at our meeting a month ago, we decided to have this 3rd laureate, but we had a conflict because the 3rd laureate is Richard Gere. And so it was like, how are we going to have him present the award and also get an award? Awkward. So we just decided not to tell you. And he has no idea.
I wouldn't have come if I knew.
He has no idea. Surprise! So with that, I'm going to read the citation. I'm going to read the citation. So, in 1993, the most famous man in Hollywood walked onto the stage of the Academy Awards. At the height of his career, Richard Gere had just come off the biggest and most successful film of the year, Pretty Woman. He was at the very peak of global fame. Every man wanted to be like him. Every woman wanted to be with him. And every producer and director wanted to work with him. The world was open to him in every possible way. And that is precisely when he chose a different path. He could have read the script and walked away to applause during that Oscar ceremony in 1993. Instead, he paused and he spoke from conscience. He spoke about the horrendous human rights situation in China and in Tibet. He spoke about suffering. He spoke truth, knowing it would come at a cost. And it did. For less than 1 minute of speech, he paid the price for nearly 20 years. Doors closed, endorsements faded. He lost opportunities across major Hollywood studios. Platforms that defined success turned away. In a world where many people use causes to elevate themselves, Richard Gere did the opposite. He used his voice to elevate others, and he paid a price for it. His commitment in action since that night has been unwavering. He has shown up again and again for Tibet, from small gatherings to major global forums, from sitting quietly with former political prisoners in private, people who spent decades in prison, listening to their stories, to meeting presidents and prime ministers to advocate for human rights. He has not chosen the convenient moments. He has chosen all of the moments, and his commitment has been personal. When Tenzin Delek Rinpoche, a Tibetan Lama, beloved by tens of thousands of students, died after 13 years in prison, his lifeless body refused to his family. Richard Gere stood before the United States Congress, held up a photograph of the man, and named him to the world. His voice has never, ever narrowed. In fact, it has extended beyond Tibet to Uyghurs, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and many other places. Richard Gere is loved by millions of people in China, even as he is banned by the Chinese regime, because his message is not against the people, it is for dignity. Richard Gere made a choice to tell a truth that power does not want told, and to keep telling that truth over and over again, regardless of the cost. He chose conscience over commerce. He chose truth over comfort. And that is why he so richly deserves the Václav Havel Award for Creative Dissent. So, Richard Gere, congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah, look, it was very, very sweet. I mean, you said very generous and kind things to me. But believe me, I don't put myself at the level that you speak about me. The people out here who really put themselves on the line every day, every moment, are way beyond what I'm doing. You know, I'm a song and dance guy, basically. That's my job in life. But I never put myself above, and believe me, much below almost all of you out here. So if you want to give me this award, I accept it, but I accept it for all of us, okay?